A lot of people who are only online have been asking, why aren't people in the streets the way they were during the first Trump administration? I think we have to take a minute to note that, in fact, they are. Protests are growing.
There's way more protests happening than is commonly talked about. This is showing that basically by the end of February, we had tallied twice as many protests in the United States as had happened at this time in 2017. And I want to mention that because I think there's a very dangerous narrative out there that there's no resistance happening.
The number of protests in 2025 from January 22nd forward have consistently exceeded those from the same period in the first Trump administration in 2017.
I think there's surprisingly less resistance happening from establishment institutions than there was in 2017, but there is not less resistance happening with ordinary people getting together and making their voices heard, whether that's at, rallies, town halls, or protests.
So if you're not feeling that or seeing it, encourage your local media to cover protests more often. Or join one yourself. It can be stabilizing and energizing to realize a lot of people are already taking action.
I'll also say there's some research on the emotions of protest, and in it, there's a kind of understanding that the emotions that mobilize people are anger and hope. Those two together, not just anger and not just hope, but anger and hope are what make people ready to engage in collective action.